Cannabis Smoke TV.
The risks of contaminated marijuana, health effects, legal issues, and consumer trust. Hello there, and welcome to Cannabis Smoke TV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Marijuana, also known as cannabis, has gained significant attention in recent years due to its legalization for medical and recreational use in several states and countries. However, with the increasing demand for marijuana, concerns about its safety and quality have also arisen. One significant concern is contaminated marijuana, which refers to cannabis products contaminated with harmful substances, posing potential risks to consumers. What is contaminated marijuana? Contaminated marijuana refers to cannabis products that have been adulterated with harmful substances. These substances can be introduced at various stages of the marijuana cultivation, production, and distribution process. Contamination can occur through a variety of means, including the use of pesticides, fungicides, herbicides, fertilizers, and other chemicals during cultivation, processing, or storage. Contaminated water, soil, and air can lead to marijuana contamination. Also, germs, molds, fungi, and viruses can get into marijuana. These contaminants can grow well into the wet and warm conditions of growing and processing marijuana, and if a person eats or inhales them, it can be terrible for their health. Risks and impacts of contaminated marijuana. Contaminated marijuana can have serious risks and impacts on consumers, ranging from short-term health effects to long-term consequences. Some of the risks and impacts of contaminated marijuana include the following. Health effects. Marijuana contaminated with harmful substances can have adverse health effects on consumers. For example, pesticides or other chemicals during cultivation can result in residue on marijuana plants, which can be ingested when smoked or consumed. This can lead to respiratory issues, skin irritations, and other health problems. Similarly, the presence of molds, fungi, and bacteria in contaminated marijuana can cause respiratory infections, allergic reactions, and other health complications, particularly in individuals with weakened immune systems. Legal and regulatory issues. The use of pesticides, fungicides, herbicides, and other chemicals in marijuana cultivation and processing is subject to regulation in many jurisdictions. Using unauthorized or excessive amounts of these chemicals can lead to legal and regulatory issues for growers and producers, including fines, penalties, and even license revocations. Moreover, the sale and distribution of contaminated marijuana can also result in legal liabilities, including lawsuits and damage claims, which can have severe financial consequences for businesses and individuals involved in the marijuana industry. Consumer trust and reputation. Contaminated marijuana can erode consumer trust in the cannabis industry. Consumers rely on marijuana products for a variety of reasons, including medical purposes, relaxation, and recreation. When consumers encounter contaminated marijuana that leads to health issues, it can damage their trust in the product and the brand, potentially resulting in negative reviews, loss of customers, and damage to the reputation of growers, producers, and dispensaries. Public health concerns. Contaminated marijuana can also raise public health concerns, particularly when it comes to the use of pesticides, fungicides, and other chemicals that can have harmful effects on the environment and wildlife. For example, pesticide use can lead to soil, water, and air contamination, which can harm other plants, animals, and ecosystems. Mitigating the issue of contaminated marijuana. Mitigating the issue of contaminated marijuana requires a multifaceted approach involving various stakeholders, including growers, producers, regulators, and consumers. Here are some steps that can be taken to mitigate the issue. Strict regulation and compliance, education and training, testing and quality control, collaboration in research, sustainable and organic cultivation practices. How to spot contaminated weed. Spotting contaminated weed can be challenging, as contaminants are often invisible to the naked eye. However, there are some signs and clues that can help you identify potentially contaminated weed. Unusual appearance, abnormal taste or smell, lack of information on the source, third-party testing, packaging, and labeling. In conclusion, contaminated marijuana is a concerning issue that poses risks to consumers, businesses, and the environment. However, with proper regulation, education, testing, quality control, consumer empowerment, sustainable practices, and collaboration among stakeholders, marijuana contamination concerns can be reduced. The marijuana industry must prioritize the safety, quality, and transparency of marijuana products to build and maintain consumer trust, ensure public health, and promote the industry's long-term sustainability. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share.